Hey everyone, it's Steve from the garden. In this video I'm going to show you the harvest I have coming up here in July and a little bit of what I'm doing in the garage to help prepare for some of those. So the first up will actually be my sweet corn. This variety is called Yellowstone and it started tasseling just after the 4th of July. So probably around the 20th or 15th to 20th it should be ready for picking. Now we'll eat what we can of the corn fresh, but after that I'll strip it down and can it. My third planting of corn is ready to get some hilling up and another dose of fertilizer. So I got some Nature Safe 835 that I'm going to pour on each row, and then I'll pull some dirt up around it. Now for the plants in the center, I probably don't have enough dirt between the rows to hill those effectively, so I'll just take some compost out of my compost bin and then dump them in there. But for these others, you just got to put the fertilizer in between the plants. And I can pull the soil up around these plants like this. Now there's a few little weeds that are popping in, so by pulling this up like this, I'll also disturb those little weeds while they're small and hopefully get rid of them. All the plants are now hilled up, and the furrow that got created from me pulling soil aside, I filled that up with like a mulch, so it would kind of even out the hump here in the middle. That way you don't get soil. When it gets a good rain, it doesn't like fall back into that gap. Next up, I want to do something with my tomatoes. You can see the plants look really good toward the top, and toward the bottom you get like this little bit of a leaf die off and a little bit of a leaf curl. Now that's not unusual, but I have something I want to try out to see if that will help. So like this plant, it looks really good on top, and then I cut off some of the leaves that were dying back like this one. So I'm going to use some worm castings that I just harvested. We'll pack it around the root area, and then we'll check on it next week to see if it made a difference. So I'm going to take a handful of the worm castings, lift up my woven ground cover, just kind of put that in there around the root, and we'll put that one down. We'll call that one done, and we'll do the same thing on this one. You can kind of see where the roots are getting exposed a little bit, so I'm hoping that by putting some worm castings down on here that those roots will take up those nutrients, and it'll also help shade those roots. I also want to show you my single seed potato. So I got two buckets. I can't quite show you the other one, but you can see just how thick the stem is on the first bucket. And that's just from one seed potato. So it's got a stem coming out here and a really thick stem here, with another branch coming out on this side. The candy onions are continuing to size up, and I'm starting to get a few weeds coming in. So I need to go through the bed and kind of pick out some of those. But like this onion in particular is really quite big. The Pattersons aren't quite as big, but these start bulbing just a little bit later than the candy onions do. And I have a real runt on that one, huh? But I think most of these should be okay. I do have some sizable ones in here. Like down there, I mean that one's not too bad. Here, this will be a better view for it. You can see these Pattersons, I mean they're sizing up pretty well. And these do store pretty well, and I just used up my last Patterson over the weekend. So that's just shy of a full year of storage. My music garlic is getting to the point where it's ready for harvest. Like this plant's got 4 leaves on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually when you got like 4 to 5 leaves left, that's when you can harvest them. But some of these other ones, they got like 6. Like this one's got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one's got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Behind me, I put up some wire shelving to handle the onions and garlic as they get pulled out and they need time to cure. So this is some wire shelving I already had from doing a closet project. And I just bought some more rails and the support bars the heavy duty support bars so that I can go ahead and layer the onions and garlic in here, kind of like, staggering them this way, all along here. And with the wire, you should get plenty of air circulation for curing. I did pull one garlic. This one had finished a little bit earlier than the others, and this is a music garlic. You can see it's got a pretty good sized bulb compared to my hand. So I got it up on my rack, ready to dry. Hope you enjoyed coming along today, got something out of it, and we'll see you on the next one.